It never made sense to me. It's interesting that this is suspended. It never made sense to me why it wasn't right up against the wall. But then I realized it's for hiding. You know, because sometimes when you're a comic, especially in these vulnerable states, they say, you know where stand-up comedy comes from, right? We used to do jokes while the girls were getting into their other costume. That was the whole point. The reason I stand before you is because everybody in the audience was like, wow, what a show, what a great dance number from the girls. And then they would get off and switch their costumes, and they would send a schlub kind of like me to come out and be like, the nurse comes in the doctor's office, she goes, doctor, there's a patient in the waiting room who thinks he's invisible. And the doctor says, tell him I can't see him right now. Guy runs into the doctor. He goes, doctor, you left a message. He said, come down right away. And the doctor's like, yeah, I have good news and I have bad news. And he goes, what's the good news? And he says, you're going to live. He goes, what's the bad news? He says, well, you have amnesia. He goes, what's the good news? Are they ready? They're not ready. Are they ready? They're not ready. They're not ready. This guy runs into the doctor and he says, doctor, you told me I don't have very long to live. How long do I have to live? And the doctor says, 5. And he says, 5 what? And he says, 4, 3, 2. Oh, they're ready? Okay. Thank you so much. And then I'd run away, and then the dance number would happen to be amazing. And the audience would be like, yeah! And then they'd exit. And then you just see me come back on. And be like, so this woman calls, it's a long one? It's a long one. So this woman calls home while she's at work, and she says, the housekeeper answers, and she says, Maria, can you tell my husband that I need to talk to him? And she says, I'm sorry, senora, but he is in bed with another woman. And she says, what? She says, yes, he is with a woman. And she says, well, Maria, how long have you worked for me? She says, about 30 years. She goes, okay. I want you to go. Are you in the study? She says, yes. She says, okay, take out, there's a gun in the first drawer. Do you see it? And she goes, yes, I have it. And she goes, okay, now I want you to go up there, okay, and I want you to shoot my husband and shoot the woman that he's with right now. So then there's this long pause, and then she comes back on the line. She goes, Senora, it is done. She says, oh, Maria, thank you so much. Now take the gun, wipe it off with a handkerchief, and throw it into the pool. And she says, I'm sorry, Senora, I cannot do that. And she says, why not? She says, because you don't have a pool. And the woman says, is this 5550? They ready? Okay, they're ready. Here you go. So my point is that it's a good joke. It is. It's from the 60s. Late 60s, early 70s. I changed it so that it was a woman who was telling her instead of a man. Because that's what needs to happen right now. It's true. It's true, goddammit. It's fine for a woman to order the death of her husband. It's 2022. Yeah. That's what I think. But the point is that stand-up and like burlesque have always been intertwined. So you're very vulnerable up here. I think women who are strippers and exotic dancers, that's very vulnerable. And I think this is a very vulnerable thing also, for a man especially. Because if nobody laughs at you, then you're sad. And you can't act sad because you're a man. And that's why the sign is suspended, so that you can hide. And that's if you don't want to talk. Because if you can't see them, then they can't see you. And so this is a special place to just hide and think about if that woman even has legs. What if her legs are the pants and the pants are the legs? What if she's a legless woman that I said had pants on? Or what if she's a pantless woman who I said I had legs on? TJ, you have to be brave. You have to go out there and talk to them. Now go. Use your courage. Shit. You don't have to run into things foolhardy. You know what? It's probably getting to the end of your set. Can't see it. I don't know how long it's been. Oh, here's an idea. Whoever's out there who knows how long I've been on stage, yell it out, but in a... 9 minutes. And when you yell it out, don't use a tone that implies anything. Would be great. You know, I mean, it's like, you're just fucking, you know, I'm up here thinking, why the fuck, you don't have to say in a way where you're like, 9 minutes. You could have said it like, 9 minutes. Or like, 9 minutes. Kind of sad, like, it's coming to an end. But instead you're like, 9 minutes. You know, I feel like during this set you've gotten 100% of me and then nearly nothing. And I think that's really hard, because I'm into averages. I'm a guy who believes statistically that we all should sort of head towards the mean. That's just who I am. So I don't like that you've either seen it all, or you've seen almost nothing at all. That tall joke is a pun. Well, because it's related. Yeah, you guys know. Old Tacoma head they used to call me in college. But I think it's unfair for you to see so much and then so little. So now I'm just going to do 50% of the jokes, so that we really get a good kind of. So. Have you guys ever noticed that? I think the problem with it is I said, what the fuck is that? I guess that's how we always see things. You can't go out there that didn't do as well as you were hoping it would.